Righty. Okay, so thank you, H. Davis. Um, 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 um. All right, I'm gonna get right in it. We're gonna talk about the sheriff because I said I was gonna do this live for a while. And no, you guys want to talk about drama, feel free to do so in chat. Please do not mention creators' names. Just be nice to each other. Other than that, everybody's over watching all this drama going along that, we knew was coming. And, I wish I got paid for my psychic abilities. I really do. I can guess what's going down in so many of these little, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we are going to talk about this. So, because I have OCD, I said I was going to talk about it. Been meaning to talk about it for a while. So, we will bring this out, get this out of the way, and then we'll spend a little time talking about whatever you guys want to. So, like I said, FITZ News, I love FITZ News. Every so often, they give me three free articles, and this is one that has piqued my curiosity. So I am using one of my free articles for this, for real. H. Davis, you sure is have that pretty overloaded, right? Um, I'm sure you're either a Jinkies or Miss Chewies right now. No doubt about it. Okay, so a sheriff missing amid federal probe, armed with fully automatic weapons and SWAT gear. So this this sheriff is a Spartanburg County sheriff. His name is Charles Chuck Wright. He is missing, and he's been missing for quite a few weeks after he announced an abrupt leave of absence. But the problem is with the sheriff is he has a state and federal investigation where they are looking into him. One of South Carolina's most recognizable sheriffs has vanished from public view amid an active federal state investigation. Oh my, Mr. Sheriff, why are they investigating you? And is believed to be in possession of multiple fully, hey, Poppy darling, fully automatic firearms obtained through his department. Oh no, Sheriff, why'd you do that? So, nearly a month after vanishing under the guise of a leave of absence, they cannot find Chuck Wright. His whereabouts remain unconfirmed as federal authorities continue gathering testimony and financial records tied to an investigation with no publicly known focus. I wonder what that means. No publicly known focus. The 60-year-old was last seen by subordinates around April Fool's Day of 2025 wearing a semi automatic shadow system pistol on his hip. If you would like for me to show you what that looks like, let me know. I will let you know what it looks like. Not that, I know some of you might be interested in this. I know other people probably really don't give a shit, right? If you're one of those, I don't give a shit that you're talking about this sheriff remain, feel free to put a one in chat. I don't mind. So the 60-year-old, okay, I already read that. He was first elected in 2004, which means that he's been serving as a top law enforcement officer in Spartanburg County for a long time. Now, Spartanburg County is the fast growing region in the Palmetto Upstate. Okay. Uh, Anchored by Interstate 85, home of one of the nation's busiest inland ports, encompassing one of the state's most dangerous cities, right? For sure. Thank you, Poppy, because I know H. Davis ain't in here. He just comes in and puts that in there, and then he goes over and hangs out where the drama is. I don't blame him. Who doesn't want to fucking be in drama, right? For real. For real. So he's a self described Christian conservative. He spent over 2 decades casting himself as a moral authority over politics and policing. He absconded from the very department he ruled without the rules the moment his own integrity came under federal scrutiny. So let's see if we can find out what Chuck did. Although a federal grand jury has been impaneled to examine evidence against him, sources familiar with the investigation say it may extend beyond Chuck Wright and reach into other government subsidized employees, including members of his own department. So, thank you, Poppy. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. It's just me and you, Poppy. It's just me and you against the world. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Poppy. I appreciate you. I do. I will pin that. Not that anybody gives a shit, but I'm going to pin it. Thank you, girl. Okay. So it sounds like that not only are, hey, Mama Bear, not only are they investigating him, but it's reaching into other government subsidized employees, including members of his own department. So I wonder what made them start the probe. Okay, so the probe, led by the FBI and the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, also known as SLED, is said to have continued gathering testimony even after Chuck Wright announced his leave of absence. Oh, this is interesting. Hey, D. Reportedly to address a long rumored pill dependency. Oh, Chuck Wright has allegedly a long rumored pill dependency. You know what? Let me say this too. Whether you know it or not, law enforcement agencies and first responders, EMTs, in those type of individuals, they are just as they are in the same regards as nurses, doctors, and things like that. The dependency level within these organizations can be very, very high, only because the access that they have to these substances are right there in front of them, right? I mean, law enforcement, I'm sure, in their little, what do they call it, evidence room. I've heard many times of individuals who have gotten caught stealing substances and things from the evidence room. Actually, if y'all go back and look, I believe that Robin Lane, and I'm going to say allegedly because I'm trying to remember it correctly, was actually married to someone that got caught doing that. taking, I believe, substances or something from the evidence room. That's very interesting. I forgot all about that until I just said that. They are giving out like candy from the dots. Used to. I don't think it's so much anymore. I think they've got more of a handle on, you know, they have, what is it called? They put it in right before I left the hospital. It was they have like a computerized device that gives you the narcotics and stuff out of it, so it's more easily to keep up with that. Now that doctors uh, do a lot of the prescriptions through the computer now, they don't have to carry around their the pads, because a lot of them would carry around the prescription pads. I remember when I worked at the hospital, I was working in the intensive care unit, and I had a detective call and said to give a message to one of the doctors that they found out who it was that stole his prescription pad. The individual had actually taken it and written prescriptions to which they went and picked up after they wrote them. I mean, we ran into all kinds of stuff like that. Women who worked, I know we had a woman who worked for an OBGYN, and she would call in narcotics prescriptions to the pharmacy, and she was calling them in for her own daughter. Then her daughter was picking them up and giving them to her. Um, I can't remember how much trouble they got into for that, but a lot of time with nurses, um, back when I worked at the hospital, they really didn't give nurses a lot of chances. A lot of times they would just let them go. Nowadays, I think they try to make sure that they have the chance to go to rehab and things like that. But okay, so Chuck Wright handled public money. So months before he took off, he traded in his county issued Tahoe with just over 28,000 miles in it for a 2024 Ford F 150 King Ranch valued at more than $73,000. Records obtained by a former deputy shows taxpayers covered a significant portion of the cost. Dang, why'd you do that? So Chuck didn't want to drive the county issued Tahoe, with just over 28,000 miles. That's pretty fucking new for a 24 Ford F 150 King Ranch. Valued at more than $73,000. I know cars are expensive, but $73,000? I mean, could you drive it on water? The cherry red pickup was later fitted with a full size bed gun safe. What? They say that Chuck Wright, the sheriff, attempted to upgrade that truck with a full size bed gun safe using county funds. Not for functionality, but because he liked the look of the newer model. What a guy. But don't forget, you guys, he was having substance problems. Around the same time that the request was denied, a lieutenant overseeing the department's armory conducted an internal inventory. Sources familiar with the audit say multiple weapons were unaccounted for, including at least one fully automatic firearm. They believe Mr. Chuck Wright has it. The weapon, a pre-banned H&K MP5, was reportedly obtained through the seizure. It was last logged in under Sheriff Chuck Wright's name on the evidence sheet, and multiple sources claim he had shown it off to others despite having no operational reason to possess it. So the sheriff was taking this pre-banned HK MP5 and showing it off. He also had a habit of flaunting weapons, flaunting weapons extended way beyond the evidence room and into the government-subsidized arsenal. Wow, they are snitching on him. Oh, Chuck, you're in trouble. Several people have witnessed him selling Spartanburg County firearms to civilians. A newly resigned deputy said. He truly believes and he truly says, I'm the sheriff. I can do whatever I want. It's my name on the building. He fully believes that. Wow, Chuck. I wonder what kind of substances he's using, right? I know, Poppy, poor guy. He's in trouble. The same mindset reportedly led Wright to gift a fully automatic rifle acquired through a federal surplus program. The weapon, possibly an M4, was handed off to a retiring deputy without any documentation and was later recovered after a routine audit. He probably was like, here, you need to take this back. I don't want to get in trouble. All right. In addition to firearms, multiple former deputies allege, don't forget these are former deputies, allege that Chuck had stockpiled thousands of dollars worth of SWAT gear, including body armor, a tactical shield, a helmet, a gas mask, and potentially flashbangs and smoke bombs. Those specific remain unclear. That's a lot of SWAT gear. They believe some of the gear may be at Chuck's house in Welford, where one former law enforcement officer said a ground level room attached to the garage facing the road was reinforced with metal during construction. I was there in the early stages of the building. The retired officer said he put an 8-inch, quarter-inch steel on the walls and in the ceiling. Believe it or not, this is Chuck right here with his wife. A lot of law enforcement officials, hey, Stephen, a lot of law enforcement officials absolutely do. If they have the means, they kind of build like a big old safe for weapons and stuff. So I don't know if that, really means a whole lot of anything. These are all former associates that are telling on him. The same source claims the garage was built with help from one of Chuck's former associates, a known gambling kingpin who later forfeited several $1 million, multiple vehicles and property to the sheriff's office following a 2015 criminal case. Okay, well, okay. He later caught flack for commandeering one of the vehicles, a 2012 Ford Raptor, as a official law enforcement pickup that, according to him, didn't cost taxpayers a cent. In reality, the county paid off a $20,000 lien on the truck and spent another $5,580. Wait a minute. Wait. If these things were forfeited over to law enforcement following a crime, why would law enforcement need to pay off a $20,000 lien on the truck if the truck was... I don't understand that. Chuck, why'd you do that? Some shady shit went on with that. I could say the 2015 case. The sheriff's office took millions off this guy, pretty much shook him down and blew hundreds of thousands of dollars on shit. They spent the money on anything they wanted. Wow. Okay, so law enforcement officers familiar with Chuck Wright's department have placed him in Oklahoma, Georgia, and Florida. Watch out, Mama Bear. Chuck may be in Florida. Watch out for Chuck. And of course, some aren't convinced that he ever left the county. I mean, 4 decades, this guy's been sheriff of this county. He could probably be anywhere. He's not in rehab, but maybe he's waiting to be admitted. But this is what they're saying. A county employee told FITZ News prior to their last report on Chuck Wright, a deputy went by his house to check on him, and he was home, and they spoke briefly. So he's not missing? Why are you saying he's missing if he's not really missing? Okay, so Chuck's been moving his truck around, changing positions outside of the reinforced garage in recent weeks, despite no sightings of him personally. The federal grand jury continues gathering testimony behind closed doors. Wright remains armed, unaccounted for, and under federal investigation, all the while drawing $3,828 weekly salary. Damn. Hey, little Dev. What a salary. I would love to make that salary. Almost $4,000 a week. People have been so blindsided by this man, it makes some sick to their stomach. Chuck put his hand on the Bible and took the oath. When you break that, you're spitting in the face of God. That's a little lot. That's a little much, don't you think? Oh my goodness. Well, Chuck was unofficially planning on passing his sheriff's badge to his scandal-scarred son, Jared Andy Wright. But that is unlikely. Because the State Ethics Commission opened an investigation into the sheriff's allegedly illegal nepotistic hire of his biological son. What a way to word that. As of this publishing, Chief Deputy William Billy Paris has assumed the sheriff's authority. Okay. Despite repeated inquiries, no one has disclosed whether any action has been taken to recover county-owned weapons or taxpayer-funded gear still believed to be in the sheriff's possession. Okay, well, you can go get it. Thank you, Andrew. Andrew Fancher. That was written by Andrew Fancher. Wow. Well, Chuck Wright, you're in trouble, mister. You are in trouble, mister. All right. Well, thank goodness I got that story out. I can take it off of my OCD. Hey, Act Right. You working, darling? I'm going to try to find something to do, too, outside of trying to make a little bit off of YouTube. It's just too much. It's too much. For real. For real. All right, let's pop over to this story really quickly. And then I've got a really weird story that... Six people indicted for abusing a 4-month-old baby.
Thank you, Daniel. Moving on to some harder news now. 6 people have...
Okay, this is in Weston, West Virginia on May 1st. 6 people have been indicted for allegedly abusing a 4-month-old baby. Eric Awan Jr. and Alexis Benedum were indicted on child abuse charges. According to authorities, Benedum was aware that Awan had been abusing the baby since September. In September, Awan allegedly dropped the baby and the couple did not seek medical treatment. In October, Benedum refused an appointment in the Child Safety and Advocacy Clinic after the baby had been treated in the emergency room for a skull fracture and humerus fracture. In November, the baby was treated at the hospital for a possible rib fracture and chest contusion that was a result of Awan allegedly falling on him. Wait, why? Okay. In December, the baby was admitted to West Virginia University Medicine Children's with a brain bleed, a fractured skull, bleeding behind the eyes, broken ribs, organ damage, and bruises on numerous parts of its body. During an interview with deputies on December 17th, Benedum admitted to becoming upset over the baby's continual crying and forcibly shoving a pacifier in his mouth to make him stop crying. After doing so, she saw blood come from the baby's mouth. During a subsequent medical exam, it was confirmed the baby had sustained an injury to his lingual frenulum, which is the thin fold connects the underside of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. They were arrested in December. Alwan was indicted on 4 counts of child abuse causing serious bodily injury, 2 counts of child neglect causing serious bodily injury, 2 counts of child abuse causing serious bodily injury, 2 counts of gross neglect of a child, creating a substantial risk of unaliving or seriously bodily injury, 2 counts of malicious assault. All those charges are felonies. Alex Benedum was indicted on 7 counts of gross neglect of a child, creating a substantial risk of unaliving or serious bodily injury, 1 count of a child abuse causing serious bodily injury. All charges are felony. Now 4 other people have also been indicted. Stephen Benedum, Christina Benedum, Caitlin Bunch, Jessica Embry were indicted on child neglect charges. Stephen and Christina Benedum each faced 6 felony counts of gross neglect of a child, creating a substantial risk of unaliving or serious bodily injury. Christina Benedum also faces 1 misdemeanor count of persons mandated to report suspected abuse. Bunch and Embry each face 1 misdemeanor count of child abuse reporting procedures and 5 felony counts of gross neglect of a child, creating a substantial risk of unaliving or serious bodily injury. Bunch also faces 1 misdemeanor count of persons mandated to report suspected abuse. Wow, that's a lot. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Chris, what's up? Lord, you guys. Oh my gosh. Did you guys hear about the TikTok doctor who wasn't really a doctor? And I think he went to do a BBL or some crap on a woman, and he left her basically not alive. It was freaky. Oh, we'll talk about that some other time. We will, my friends, we will. I can't believe that sheriff, though, man. That guy, what a trip. Thank you, Poppy. That's so sweet of you. All right. So, there are a lot of people freaking talking about each other tonight, ain't they? Aren't they? Anything you guys want to talk about? I'm open panel, open discussion. I thought Debbie would be here because she really wanted to hear about the thing, the sheriff, but she can go back and listen to it. Oh, Cindy Sue. Girl, I've heard about you. I'm not sure who you are, but I have heard about you, Cindy Sue. Wow. I didn't know if you were real or not. That is so cool. Cindy Sue is real. Oh my gosh. I'm just flabbergasted. Oh, you see and hear things? Wow. I'm so impressed. Oh, Greece. Greece is the word, it's emotion. Greece is the way we are feeling. Oh, Greece. Wow. I heard you didn't like a certain someone and that you have been kind of putting stuff out there. Wow. Any news on police having been last week at the Beach Creek Deli? I don't know, Chris. I did not know that the police were at the Beach Creek Deli. I didn't know Beach Creek had a deli. For real. Does Beach Creek have its own deli? I don't know. I ain't never heard of it. You see and hear things. If you're using that word, then you know things. You know things, Cindy Sue. I'm just saying. Girl, if you are a girl, you're more than welcome to come and hang out anytime you like. You are welcome here, Cindy Sue. Oh, I don't care about Don B. Sorry, Chris. I don't give. Don B is a low-life POS. In my opinion. That's my opinion. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yeah, there's H. I told you guys. I told you. That's H. Davis for you. Let's find him. Here he is. Oh, let's see. There he is. Yep. Well, H, I'm not sure what to do. I'm not sure. What should I do? What should I do? Should I? I don't know. I ain't gonna do anything, I guess. Cindy Sue, I'm gonna be watching for you. Somebody's seen you in another chat, but I can't remember where they seen you at. But you piqued my curiosity, ma'am. Or sir. Ma'am, sir. You sure did. I hear you know things. That's what other people who've seen you said. So, but you are definitely welcome here. For real. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you know, but you're welcome here for sure. Good to have you. Good to have you. I love new people over here for real. For real. But I guess, that's the thing about it. I knew what was going to happen with Jinkies and Chewy and all that crap. Oh, no, you're fine, Chris. I didn't mean to give you a hard time at all. But yeah, Don B's not somebody that says anything that makes any freaking sense. I've never seen a guy make up so much shit. In Summer's case, he's one of them. He is one of them. For real. For real. So I guess he felt like he's needed more over there. For sure. But yeah, there's a freaking fake. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've been on here 40 minutes. All right. I'm not going to keep you guys on here very long because I know y'all want to go hang out with the drama creators. The drama is that Jinky's mad because they was all two-facing her behind her back She didn't want to say it on YouTube, but then she wanted to say it on YouTube. And now Chewy's talking about it. So, I mean, I don't freaking know. What other, I mean, for real. For real. For real, for real. I am going to put my overlay up on this one, you guys. For this story, I am. Let's put up our. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. I like this one better. Okay, so this is. I gotta put my earpods in so I can hear. Oh, H. Davis, don't even try it. H. Go back over there. Go on. Go on. I'm giving you permission. You can go back over to Chewy's or Chinky's or wherever you were at. I caught you. I caught you over there. You can go have fun with them. Go on over there and listen to that drama. Okay, so you guys, this is a fake TikTok doctor dubbed an assassin after he left a woman without, she is comatose. Oh, you like the waterfall one? I can fix that right up there for you, mister. I can. Okay, so you guys should be able to hear this. If you can't, let me know. Let me know. This guy, he lied. He's not a doctor. He's a TikTok doctor.
Mom of two is dead following the botched surgery, and the sham doctor is behind bars charged with manslaughter. The victim's family is calling him an assassin and wants him locked up for good. I'm your host, Kennedy Walker, and I'll walk you through the investigation. Maria Penaloza is remembered as a beloved wife, mother, daughter, and friend. The 31-year-old died after undergoing a cosmetic procedure performed by a man accused of posing as a doctor. Penaloza reportedly paid $1,900 to have her butt implants removed, a procedure her family told WNYW she sought because she was in pain. Felipe Hoyos Ferronda has been arraigned on manslaughter charges. On social media, Hoyos.
I have to get a new mouse. This one's driving me crazy.
Ferronda referred to himself as a doctor, despite having no medical license. He advertised before and after photos of cosmetic procedures, offering them at a fraction of the price charged by licensed professionals.
He didn't even have a medical license. How do you let somebody do surgery on you that doesn't have a medical license? You're a female? Oh, did I call you a guy? I'm sorry. I guess I should have asked. I apologize if I did. Exploited. What is up? Yeah, you're right. Vanity and greed. Greed always do have consequences, for real.
And performed the surgeries inside his New York home. According to investigators, Hoyos Ferronda injected Penaloza with lidocaine, a local anesthetic, and saline through a syringe. Shortly after, she reportedly became lightheaded and later went into cardiac arrest. Documents show Hoyos Ferronda attempted to administer an IV. He performed CPR and called 911. The mom of two was rushed to the hospital, where she was pronounced brain dead. She died 2 weeks later. Prosecutors say Hoyos Ferronda was arrested at JFK Airport as he attempted.
But what did he shoot her up with then? Was she allergic? Why was he doing it at his home in New York? Oh, did you guys see where Kanye West is suing his dentist? Kanye is suing the dentist. He said that his dentist allegedly got him hooked on laughing gas. Yeah, the dentist allegedly was sending the big containers of laughing gas to Kanye's house. How weird is that?
Attempted to flee the country to Colombia. Inside his home, authorities recovered medical equipment, including a metal IV stand, multiple injectables on the shelves, syringes, a box to discard needles, and a binder with the name of individuals.
Now, you know what they're going to do? Exploited. That's going to upset me. And I don't care who hears it. I don't care who tells them. What they're going to do is, and Miss Christine, we're praying for you, honey. We are praying for you. We're praying for your family. We sure are. But let me tell you what they're going to do. Because Miss Christine asked them all not to be fighting. So what they're going to do is they're going to do all this crazy behind the scenes, bicker, fighting. When something finally happens with Miss Christine, then this is what they're going to do. Oh, let's just forget about it. You know, Miss Christine asked us not to be fighting. I done got your fucking numbers. I do. Freaking makes me sick. Right, Poopy? Right, Poopy?
Hoyos Ferronda allegedly told investigators he performed the procedure hundreds of times and fled because he was scared. The phony doctor was indicted on charges of second-degree manslaughter, second-degree assault, and 1 count of unauthorized practice of a profession. He pleaded not guilty. In an interview with WNYW, the victim's family called Hoyos Ferronda an assassin.
I want to buy your...
I bet you want to buy me something. But I don't do drama over here. You got to do drama and
they
fight
created
with
a
people.
GoFundMe to help offset costs for her loved ones to travel from Colombia to the United States and say their goodbyes. And joining me to talk more about this is legal expert Aaliyah Roberts. Aaliyah, thank you so much for coming on today. Let's just jump right in. What kind of sentence could the suspect face if convicted?
Well, I'm so glad that you asked. I was reading the article about this, and he is charged with 3 different felonies. The highest being second-degree manslaughter, which is a Class C felony.
Manslaughter.
And he faced up to 15 years on that count. The second count that he was charged with was second-degree assault, and he faced up to 7 years in that count. And the third count, which is people don't really recognize that you can be charged criminally under the New York education law. He can be charged with 4 years for practicing without a license.
Now that's crazy. Why didn't they just get him? Why didn't they just get him for red rum? Yeah, Kanye. Kanye is saying that the dentist got him hooked on laughing gas, and that the dentist was also supplying him with other things. It is, Chris. It's very exhausting. That's why I'm not big on drama. Can I do drama? Absolutely, I can. I really can. There's shit going on right now. You better believe I could give my opinion on. You better believe I could show a shitload of receipts on a lot of things. But I don't have time for that. I don't have time. But it doesn't pay. It doesn't fucking pay. For real. Let me tell you something. If I got on here and called somebody a dirty dog bitch, called them a liar, talked about their family, talked about everything, made up tons of fucking lies, I would have cash apps galore. I really would. I really would. People would be fucking sending me cash apps off the hook. They would. I'm a nosy, but I can't. Yeah, I'm nosy too. Usually I'll put that in my title. That's what I put in my title. Hey, I'm being nosy. Can somebody tell me what's going on? Because if I don't know what's going on, somebody can tell me. For real. For real. But, you know, there's been fucked up shit going on lately. And believe me, I could say a lot about it. But I don't need to fucking do the dumb shit that some of these fucking people are doing. For real. And, you know, I wasn't going to say it till I'm finished, but I'm going to be taking a couple days off of here. I've got some real life stuff that I have to take care of. And it's not for fucking YouTube. It's not something for YouTube. It's something that's going on in my real life that is going to be nipped in the bud very quickly. I don't need to scream out my fucking window, call people names, make up lies. I don't need to do shit like that. I'm going to handle it in real life because I'm over it. So, I mean, but that's the way these people are. Some people ain't got nothing better to do than to watch YouTube all day, look at everybody's comments to see if they're talking about you. For real. For real. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. So, yeah. Yep. But, you know. Yeah, I am. You know me, Poppy. I am taking charge on that shit. I'm over it. Ain't gonna call me fucking names, holler out the fucking door and shit. How petty is that? Has a camera set up to watch my house, to watch when I get in my car and leave, to watch when I come back, so shit can be hollered across the fucking street. That shit is petty. I'm fucking done with it. I'm not living like that anymore. I can tell you that right now. I'm not fucking doing it. No way. I am over it. I'm tired of it. I'm over it. And I ain't taking it no more. For real. So we'll handle it real life shit. Real life shit. For sure. That's all I can say. I'm not going to say no more. I ain't going to say no more. Crystal's crime time. I heard you got a little bit of information sent to you, girl. That's pretty interesting. I don't know what you're going to do with it, but I guess I'm interested to see for real. So, yes, Jinkies and Chewy are freaking fighting back and forth with each other. And they are such good friends that they're both doing it on their channels. So, what the fuck's up with that? Right? They're going to end up kissing and making up. For real. For real, for real. You guys, I've heard so much shit. You wouldn't believe some of the shit I've heard. You wouldn't believe it. But I do have one more story that I want to put out there. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me go ahead and play this. This was sent to me in my email. You guys listen to this story. It's freaking crazy.
Her family is navigating an emotional journey after learning their sister, who officials declared dead last February, is actually alive and living in another state.
So, law enforcement officials said that this woman wasn't alive anymore. And they verified it. They said that it was definitely her. She wasn't alive anymore. And now they found out that she is really alive, living in a different state. This is a messed up story.
Isabel Garcia spoke with one of the siblings as they continue to search for answers and change. Right? Isabel.
Yes, good evening to you, Teresa. Shanita Hopkins tells me it was back in 2021 when the family actually filed a missing persons report for her sister, Shanice Cruz, concerned after she left 2 children behind and cut off all communication with the rest of the family. Then in April of last year, the family was informed by police their sister died on Hudson Avenue. Fast forward 6 months later, Shanita received a Facebook message from a stranger in Detroit showing a photo of Shanice taken that very morning.
No, the butt lift one, yeah, she passed away, Chris. She passed away. The guy on TikTok, I mean, he's getting manslaughter charges. He said he had done the procedure hundreds of times. So we'll see what his sentencing is. No, I don't think he was removing them. I think he was just plumping the butt up. Oh my gosh, I hate to change the topic here. I guess when these women get BBLs, that there's a stink to them. Did you guys ever hear that? A BBL? I guess there's a really nasty smell with women who get BBLs. That's what I heard. I heard him talking about it. Actually, they were saying a rapper who's had one. Yeah, they're not talking very nice about her. I can say that. Thank you.
It's a wild, emotional roller coaster.
Shanita Hopkins is trying to make sense of a very unusual situation. In 2021, the family issued a missing persons report for her sister, Shanice Cruz, after she had cut off all communication and seemingly disappeared. Then in April of last year, police informed the family Shanice had been found dead in an empty lot off of Hudson Avenue near Nash Street. The autopsy report showed it was an overdose with high levels of cocaine in the system, not typically what Shanice was involved with.
Reading the autopsy was traumatic. It's one thing.
Oh my goodness. I want to get to the autopsy. What do you mean? BBL, HIV, HRT, I'm confused. What do you mean? What do you mean? We talked about Chuck, the sheriff, right? We talked about a TikToker that wanted to be a doctor, and it didn't work out very well for him. He is now being charged. One of the charges is manslaughter. And what else? Oh, we talked about, 6 people being charged with harming a child. And now we're talking about a woman who turned around. They said she was not alive anymore, told the family she wasn't alive anymore, said that she passed away from acute Coca-Cola intoxication, and they found her unalive in a field. They told this family that this was their family member that passed away, right?
Autopsy was traumatic. It's one thing to hear it, you know what I'm saying? But then it's another thing to actually read it. And then her name is attached to it. So we thinking this is how she died.
Shanita tells me no one was allowed to view the body because it was so badly decomposed, also prompting a swift cremation. The family held a memorial service and funeral last summer. Then in November, Shanita received a shocking message from a person she did not know from Detroit.
Her first message is, ma'am, with the picture of my sister, ma'am, I'm concerned. Your sister is not dead. She just volunteered at my event today.
Wow.
And this was just a random message.
Just a random message.
Immediately attempting to get to the bottom of what was going on, Shanita connected with the medical examiner's office where they assured her dental records were a match. She was not convinced, and an investigation got underway.
We went the next day. They wanted my youngest sister because her and Shanice has the same mom and dad, and then they wanted her son. So both of them went and they did a DNA test. And when the results came back, they said it wasn't a match. So
this confirming it was
Wow.
not Shanice Cruz. The weight of all that happened continuing to cause emotional distress to the family.
We dealt with the ashes and stuff. We put them in necklaces, and we mixed my mom with this stranger.
Oh my God. So they mixed her ashes. They mixed this woman's ashes with their mother's. And they're not related. I don't believe there's any way you can make that right.
Yes.
In a statement to News 8 concerning the situation, the county says, quote, the Monroe County Office of the Medical Examiner uses industry standard scientific methods to identify remains of deceased individuals in a timely manner and make appropriate notifications to families. Due to restrictions on the disclosure of information contained in the records of the Office of the Medical Examiner, we are unable to comment on specific cases,
Oh, I bet
end
you
quote.
can't comment.
The family is now seeking legal representation.
I bet.
Yeah, they wanted the ashes back. He did say that, we can compensate you for everything that y'all spent on the memorial, which I said in the cremation and stuff. But when my family was like, no, we need to get a lawyer.
What would you say to yourself?
Now wait. Weren't they allowed to see the remains before they cremated them? I'm a little confused.
Sister right now.
I love her. I've been angry I'm still angry. I don't think I'm ever get over the anger, but I know how it feels. I'm sorry. I know how it feels to think that she was dead, and that I just want her to know that whatever we had going on, it doesn't even matter. Like,
okay, so she left the home and wow, that's crazy, isn't it? Cray. All right, I've been on here an hour. You guys go hang out, do your thing. I will see you guys on Wednesday. If I get a chance to pop in and maybe do a pop-up concert or something, I will do that for you guys. But as of right now, I will not be back on this computer until, I'll be on my computer because I got a lot of paperwork I've got to print out and get together and things like that. But I will definitely see you guys on Wednesday. And, but I'll try to pop up and see if we can have a little pop-up concert or have a little fun or whatever. And, thank you. Any newer people that popped up into my chat, I really appreciate you. Maybe I'll see you around on the YouTube streets or whatever. For real. I mean, anybody needs to get a hold of me. It's maryh3821@gmail.com. Please feel free to email me. I mean, for real. Anybody needs to know anything, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm damn sure not going to lie about it. And, yeah, there's been some weird shit going on. I'll get it all taken care of. But I appreciate all you guys. I really do. Have a great time. Go mess around. Do your thing. And if you get into watching people fake fight, then you go on and watch them fake fight. That's all I'm saying. So appreciate you guys. Peace out. I'll see you later.